There's the Mickey Mouse again. Pop! In your face. Am I coming through all right? Hey, Nonku, Nonku, Nonku. Juba, Juba. I see that Hill is here as well. I've been feeling very chuffed about the brain lately, you know. I did a video earlier on about you and your brain, but I figured that I should extend this issue of the brain with forgiveness. My name on YouTube, I think it's the same as here, Sidiso Little Johnny. This is what I'm gonna do. After this session, I'm gonna pin my YouTube channel somewhere there, you know. That's what they call it. So I figured that I'm gonna do the forgiveness part 2 because a lot of people have been asking me as if like this was ever part 1. You know. So they've been saying that I should do forgiveness part 2, so I'm doing forgiveness part 2 tonight. But I'm doing my videos a little bit differently these days. I'm doing it here on TikTok and I'm gonna upload it on YouTube exactly the way how it is, because I think we're way past the stage of who says the information, but we have to get to a stage of what is the information. Gone are the days where people let me not even get political, you know. It's for the YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, follow the brother, or they call it subscribe on YouTube. It's free of charge. If you're here on this platform while I'm recording this, let's have a good time. Let's have a blast. You can send up your likes. You can send up your giftings. Yeah, you can do whatever that you want to do. You can paste up your comments. You can follow the brother, of course. But please do me a big, huge favor. What I'm sharing here is my own personal research. I am not trying to say anybody should believe whatever that I say. I say this because I know that a lot of people love following. You know, people love following. I mean, like somebody says this or somebody does this, you feel so good about them and now you want to make them your Jesus. If there's anybody that needs to be followed, it's yourself. By yourself. And I'm not saying you should be you should be disrespectful now, you know. But yeah, let's do this video. I don't want to be ranting a lot. So, because lately, if you guys have picked it up, I do a lot of reading, you know. I want to sound much more smarter. You know. So yeah, let's see. Tonight we're speaking about forgiveness and your brain. You can also call it forgiveness part 2, you know. We did the part 1, supposedly. It's on YouTube. I think, yeah, a lot of people have been checking it out. And you should know that when I say a lot, for me, any number more than 1, it's a lot. Particularly at this day and age, nobody gives a fuck about what we talk about on this platform. People are actually getting repulsed by people that speak about spirituality. We call them names. If you speak about spirituality, we're like, ooh, brother. You know? So if I get more than 1 view on YouTube, I mean, like, to heck with it. Fuck it, we're going on. And in case maybe perhaps you got some questions about things that I speak about, because a whole lot amount of them are very, very chilly. Chilly in a sense of controversial. I mean, like when I'm telling you that God is a woman and she's black, you should be having a lot of questions. You know. But it's not my business to tell you what to ask. But if you've been enjoying our platform, thank you very much. You can also gift to this platform. Yeah. But they say the bestest way for you to be broke is to speak about consciousness stuff. Because a lot of conscious folks out there, the woke people, you'll find that they always want things to happen by not doing anything. You want to open up your third eye, supposedly, but you don't even know what meditation is. You know, here you are, you want to levitate, but you don't even know what gravity is. When I say a lot of woke people want things for free, I mean it in a sense of nobody wants to study anymore. You know, it's not that important. Buying a book, who for who? I know, not a book for me. So we're doing the science of forgiveness on the brain tonight. I'm doing this video for YouTube. If you haven't checked out my YouTube, please go check it out. You're not going to find any glitz and glamours there. I take these videos exactly the way how they are and I put them on there. So I was on an issue of being believed or my things that I say to be taken up for effect. Here's a thing about this platform. I share a lot of materials. They call it bibliography or books. The main point being, the whole thing is you figuring it out by yourself. It's been a while, hey, and can you believe it? This is the second session, you guys, you know. But hey, man, I have to make videos for YouTube because, you know, they say the more you don't upload, they will take down your algorithm or whatever. So I'm looking into this thing of going viral, you know. But I want to go viral in a very difficult way because remember, these days, things that make us go viral, it's like nudity, disrespecting our women, disrespecting our men. Those are things that go viral. So once you speak about consciousness stuff, it's very, very rare to be viral. You know, that's why I celebrate my views. If I have 10 views on YouTube, yeah, whoever that wants to use this knowledge, go ahead with it, brother. But we have to start cultivating the act of investing in ourselves. When I say investing in ourselves, I mean it in a sense of take some time throughout the day and check in with yourself. That's part of investing in yourself. If you can't do it in the morning, try doing it during the day. If you can't do it during the day, try doing it in the evening. If you can do it all through the day, the better. It's a science of being in the now. That's what they call it. I promise it's not going to be too long, you know. My loving. Okay. Could it be ghosts? Yeah, man. So let's then break it down. Some of the books that I'm going to be mentioning here, if you need them, please let me know. My numbers are right here on the WhatsApp so that I can send them. But some of the books, we normally share them in our WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group where we're sharing books. It obviously becomes valuable if you're reading the books, because I often know a lot of people that will request a book and not read the book. What is the use? You know? So in that group, we have a lot of people that are dealing with oh, hey, Kelly, send me the WhatsApp or send me the inbox. No, preferably send me the WhatsApp. My numbers are here. And for you guys who've been wondering how to make me smile, send me e-wallets as well. You know, I told you that my household is gonna be very catastrophic in March. I got 3 birthdays, you know, so I don't want that stress over me. So let's share the burden. It's more like a fundraising for THYSELF for March, you know, because it's my wife, my daughter, and my son, so it's a lot. 4 days apart. And mind you, this is what I do for a living. This, you're looking at me, this is my hustle and my side hustle. Do you think the brain will buy the cake? No, man, that's just a joke. I was just saying, for anybody that wants to assist us on this platform, you're very much welcome. I know a shit ton amount of us are broke. Oh, no, we shouldn't be saying those things. The power of words. You're probably going through the cash flow deficiency. But remember, this is what I normally say to people, especially speaking of words. When you trying to forgive or to grow spiritually, you're gonna have to start working on your words. What do you say? You're gonna have to sit down. Gurdjieff calls it self-reflection. Plato calls it examining your life. You have to sit down with yourself and watch your words. What do you say? When you're going through divorce, do you say it's the end of the world? When you don't have money in your bank balance, do you say you broke? Because remember, your words inspire your being. Your words creates. If you go to the Bible, the book of John, chapter 1, verse 1, there's a fly here. I don't know who sent it, but it's very irritating. You know, fire, fly, leave. So let's then go ahead. So that what happens is you're gonna need to watch your words. Most of the times, I was speaking about the book of John. The book of John, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So whatever that was spoken came to existence immediately. So I would like you to start entertaining that thought, to say, sometimes when you're going through the hardest of times, clean your words, like, some people use colorful words. Like, no, God is punishing me. This is the end of the world. Be careful what you speak or what you say. Let's speak about the words when it comes to doing something new, like the issue of forgiveness. Because in as much as we can try to be smart and intellectual about forgiveness, there's nothing smart about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not clean. That shit can fuck you up. So, forgiveness is not clean. So, forgiveness, it seems impossible before you start doing it. It's like looking at the huge ass mountain. But before you can start embracing the whole issue of forgiveness, start watching your words. Do you tell yourself that you can't do it? And I mean, you wouldn't be wrong. There's nothing logical about forgiveness. I mean, like, how do you forgive your molester? How do you forgive your abusive partner? How do you forgive a death of a loved one? Do you see what I'm trying to do here? There's nothing logic about forgiveness. But now, before you can start taking it on, what do you say about it? Do you say that you can't do it, or do you say that you can do it, or you can try? Because remember, whether you say you can or you say you can't, you write words. Hey, Musa, Lisa, thank you very much for the follow. So let's keep the likes ramping up. I think I'm going to be here until 6:30, or if everything is fine, say 7 o'clock. But for you guys who need to go cook, please go cook. I don't want to be getting the bad energies from your husbands. Like, you've been listening to this guy again. What? So now go cook your meal, do whatever that you're doing. If you're driving home, put me on a loudspeaker. Let's drive together. Sound like it's a radio, eh? We're speaking about forgiveness. So watch your words. Now let's get to the whole forgiveness story. Forgiveness never stops. If you want forgiveness to stop, visit the graveyard. Every day, even the Bible itself says, you have to forgive somebody 70 by 70. Something like that. My wife is very good with those numbers, you know. And now you start asking yourself, what do they mean? It's all about unconditional love. That's the science behind forgiveness. I think that's what the churches has been trying to teach us. But we got caught in the gimmicks of the church, like the uniform, the building. Your preacher speaks nice English. You forgot the message. You know. And the message is, religion was more for you to find yourself. How do you find yourself? By forgiving yourself. I think that's what Jesus came here to say. But we got it convoluted with a lot of things, you know. Somebody started having ABC church, CDE church. I had my church, you had your church. And now we don't even know who's this God. And here's the most useless spot. I want to paint this nice for you. We both get in one room. We argue about our gods. You know? Like we argue about our gods. My God is better. Your God says you should not have sex. Your God said that you should not drink wine. Your God said you should not smoke. What the fuck? We like cocoa melons. We've forgotten the whole point. The whole point is to cultivate the unconditional love for yourself. Because if you have it for yourself, you can give it to your brother and your sister. So if you're speaking about forgiveness, it's not really about forgiving other people. You're forgiving your own ass. It's some radio stuff, you know. So yeah, let's see. Noonly, Kenneth, user 727, Itumeleng, Paris, Pac-Man. Oh yeah, by the way, before I get too carried away, tonight we're gonna be reading a lot from one book in particular. This is the name of the book. Ancient Herbs, Modern Medicine. Ancient Herb and Modern Medicine. Tracy Chap says, hey man! So, Musa, don't be starting. Maybe it might be easy. Booklet. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's see what we can do, right? Yeah. The thing about taking things personally is the following, you know. A lot of us have been stuck at survival mode for long. Survival mode of thinking that there is something out there punishing us, you know. To an extent whereby we even think that God or ancestors are punishing us. So what you do when you think that somebody is punishing you, you develop defense mechanisms, you coping. And a lot of what taught us that God is against us is the churches. I'm sorry to say this. I know you love your church, you love your pastor. You're probably a pastor yourself. But a lot of what the church has been telling us is scaring us about God, as if like God is this monster. It's like, ooh, ooh. And now, look what we have. You find yourself taking things personally because you don't get to relax. You've always been coping and defending yourself. This also has to do with your chakra work, you know. You need to work on your lower 3 chakras, like your animal self. You always want to fight. You think everybody, like you get to the office or you pass somebody, they're laughing, and you automatically think that they're talking about you. Why would they talk about you? It also has a lot to do with the issue of being grounded, because the moment when you every time when you think that God is punishing you, you become a victim voluntarily, and you write it in your cells, in your body. So the more and more you do the work, you know, your prayers, your forgiveness, you know, your wine, yeah. The more and more you light up your candles, the more and more you read. I was not saying that what I'm having here is wine. Don't get it twisted. You guys are wrong. Having coffee. But when you know, you know. Lena, thank you very much. So if you hear and you love what we're talking about, please follow the brother. Hey, Malavin. Oh, I thought it was you back then, you know. It's probably ghosts. No, it's fine. Lena Molebatsi, thank you very much for sharing the live. So if you're new, you can follow the brother. If you just love what we're talking about, really, 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 check out the YouTube. If you got paid and you got some couple of thousands to spare, you can send it to me. I'm not going to send it to God though, you know. Just like, I'm going to use it. Let Malabazi share the live. Thank you very much for that. Let me stop ranting around, man. This is for YouTube. So let me then break it down what I'm talking about tonight. It's a science of forgiveness. So forgiveness is like a muscle. Forgiveness needs to be worked on. Forgiveness is not linear. It's not straight. Forgiveness is like this. Just now when you think you're done with them and they send you a WhatsApp. You know? Or just now when you're done with them, they send you an inbox. Or you hear their names. Just when you thought that you've forgiven them, but you still have a little bit left. That's what I was saying about forgiveness. It never stops. Thank you very much for the gifts. Thank you. And if you knew, you love what we're talking about, follow the brother. Let's make it rain. Let's see what we can do with this 30 minutes that we have, or a couple of minutes that we have. I'm doing this for YouTube. I'm not selling any form of belief. I'm not to be believed. I'm not selling any form of religion. I'm not praying for goddamn nobody. You know, if you're looking for anybody to pray for your goddamn own self. Stop looking for solutions on an outside. People can take you for a ride out here. You want a guru? Become your own guru. You want to be a pope? Become your own pope. You know. But then let me get back to the whole thing. So tonight we're speaking about forgiveness and how forgiveness affects your brain. But I'm speaking about a little bit about what makes forgiveness to be what it is. Forgiveness is not linear. Forgiveness is very messy. You never stop forgiveness. Because forgiveness, it's more like it keeps everything in a perpetual motion. Because the moment when that stops, meaning that you die. I say this boldly because forgiveness is what is controlled by the brain. We're going to get to it tonight. Oh, you got no idea. If you're new here, you're thinking, who's this one here? I'm that guy who just came to tell you that God is black and she's a woman. And if you got a problem with that, Go deal with it. My YouTube channel, the same as this one here, but it's true. One must be their own self. Yeah, so that's the thing about forgiveness. But now, what does forgiveness do to you physically? Let's start there. In as much as I said, forgiveness is a muscle. So the more you do it, the more you get better. The more you do it, the more you get better. But the biggest person that you need to forgive is yourself first. Do you think you want to forgive your husband or your wife? You're going to find it very difficult if you don't have enough stock inside of yourself. So now forgiving yourself also means letting go of the past. And I know you love your past. You know, there is no one day that goes by without you beating yourself over the head with it. How many times have you thought about your past today? You just love it. Why would you talk about it? But then, there's a different way on how we can engage with our past. We go to our past to get the lessons so that we don't repeat the same fuck up again, hopefully. But no, what we do with our past, we go there, we build our own houses, you know. Some people have double stories with their past. You know, you go there, you chill with your past, you drown in your pity party. You're like, oh, nobody cares about me. Nobody wants to hire me. Nobody wants to like my YouTube channel. Nobody even wants to give me money. Oh, I need to kill myself. That's what we do with our past. We let them hold us hostage. Forgiveness. But a lot of us don't want to do it. I guess that's why they gave it such a funny name, shadow work. Shadow work is a PC term, by the way. You can check it on Google. Shadow work is a term that was coined or conceptualized by C.G. Jung, a protege of Sigmund Freud. These guys were supposedly the psychoanalysts. I say supposedly because isn't it funny that they become psychoanalysts while Egyptians knew the workings of the brain even before writing was in existence? So how do you call yourself? But it's fine. Let's work with that. C.G. Jung comes up with the concept of shadow work. What is a shadow work? Shadow work is you looking at the darker sides of you. Yeah. Your hate. You know you hate. You know you can hate. You know you can be angry. But you don't want to engage with it because it looks like a monster. You know? And when it shows up, you beat people around, you break things in the house, and when it leaves, you go back to your true self. That's your shadow, your hidden side of self, your trauma. They call it the subconscious realm, the right inside of the brain, which, by the way, that's where forgiveness comes from. Can you believe it? And this is now science. It's not spiritual or whatever. This is science. Science tells you that your right brain processes emotions, not the left brain. The left brain doesn't give a damn about emotions. So this is science. I mean, it's not me saying. So who's the right brain? Right brain is a feminine brain. It's your mother. You can't forgive using a male brain. It's not going to work. Imagine here you sitting, you want to forgive your molester. You know what your logic brain is going to say? It's going to say, no, I can't forgive them. But your right brain will say, everything happens for a reason. 77 times, yes. So now, yeah, man, there's 52 of us in here. Who hasn't followed me yet? Make it rain for the brother, man. Let's break the internet. We're speaking about something else different tonight. This is not scoremota kind of type of conversations. This is not McG. This is not load shedding. This is matters of the heart. I doubt that will ever actually even go viral. You know, I'm just making a wish. Because nobody's interested in love anymore. Nobody wants to speak about themselves anymore. So this is the book that we're reading from tonight. Ancient Herbs, Modern Medicines, or Modern Medicine. Amen. What I'm going to read from here. Hey, you better make sure that you're sitting very tight wherever way you are, because some of the shit in here is going to shock your ass. You can just imagine how I was when I was checking these things out. I was thinking, whoa. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the follows. Yeah, thank you. Or you can also subscribe to the channel. And if you feel very deeply moved, it's probably the Holy Spirit in your heart, urging you to open your wallet. You know, and gift to the brother. I'm using what the pastors use, you know. When you feel very deeply moved about teachings or something that somebody says, you can find yourself opening up a wallet, you not intending to. Put you in a hypnotic trance. Woo-hoo. So the thing about forgiveness, it's a never-ending process. And the more and more you do it, the more and more you get yourself accustomed to it. And when you do it, you don't do it for other people. This I have to say again. When you do the art of forgiveness, or when you flex up this muscle, you don't do it for other people, even though they might have caused you harm. When you do it for yourself. Why? Forgiveness, or let me say lack of forgiveness, which is holding a grudge. When you hold a grudge against somebody, what happens in your body? You are toxifying your body. When you're holding a grudge against somebody, you are introducing dangerous chemicals to your body. Ancient Herbs, Modern Medicine. When you're holding a grudge against somebody, you are communicating to your body that the fight is still going on. I want you to listen to what I'm saying, and I'll say it very slowly. When you're holding a grudge against somebody, you are telling your body that the fight is still on. So if you haven't forgiven somebody for the last 15 years, you have been fighting with yourself for the last 15 years, every day. As a result, that toxicity that has been introduced in your bloodstream manufactures hormones that gonna make you sick just by unforgiveness. And now you still think it's about what they did to you? No, the question is about what is it doing to you? You holding on to it, you know, you're like, I love this pain. I love this pain. You know? And are you laughing with the pain? Instead of you sitting down and saying, okay, fine, I understand what they did to me. It was horrible. I wouldn't even wish it to anybody else. But I think it's time now that I let the shit go. Let me say that again. It gets to a point whereby you say, okay, fine, I know what they did to me. But now, because this thing, me holding on to it, is killing me, I think it's time that I let this grudge go. Not an easy thing to do. So if you've been on a journey of forgiveness and you think that you're not making progress, think again. That shit is hard, sis. Yeah, that shit is hard, bro. Hey, man, you'll be like, some days you'll be sitting there and thinking, but I think these books are lying to me, man. This thing of forgiveness doesn't work. That shit works. Let me sell it to you then. Which is what we hear tonight. 4. Why forgive? This is what you do. When you forgive, It's like introducing Gaviscon to ulcer. Have you ever had a burning sensation? The people that normally have the gag reflexes and all the shit, which by the way, if you're having the ulcers and the gag reflex, it means that your body has too much fire. It could have a lot to do with your father. So check yourself out. Ancient herbs, modern medicine. So the grieving part. Yeah, you see, when it comes to the grieving part, before I can go on with forgiveness, I'll tell you a thing or two about grief. Woo-hoo. You got no idea. You know, there's this lady, I don't know if it's a lady or is it a chap. There's a book, I don't even know the name, but I just know the concept. Here's how the concept is. Allowing energy. Oh, woohoo! Jozilla, you're right. I mean, you hit it on the head. So yeah, man, you can follow the brother if you're here for the first time. Don't forget the giftings. Need to buy data. We have the retreat that is coming. The price there, it's a bit high. I need to raise the money for the retreat, even though we're organizing it. I need to raise the money so that I can pay for my own ass, and I'm coming with my wife. People will tell you what's the price of that retreat. I bet the people that saw it in a WhatsApp group were like, woo-hoo! You know? So that's what I'm saying. Keep the giftings going so that I can pay for the retreat. I think we're having it on the 3rd week of April. The concept of grieving is like this. This is how grieving is like. Denial. Denial is the first step. You're like, it can't be. Second step is anger. You become angry. Third step is bargaining. You're like, I wish it was not my dad or my mom who died. I wish it was my boss. You know, it's like you're trying to bargain with the system or with God. The fourth phase of grieving is depression. You're going to have to go into that cave. And the last stage of grieving is acceptance. Yeah, no, I love Jesus too. We rock together, bro. Don't worry about bro Jay, man. We're in the same WhatsApp group. And I hope you know that too. Greater works I've done, greater works you can do. John 10:34 says, isn't it written in your laws that ye are gods? Psalms 82 verse 1 says, isn't it written in your laws that ye are gods? The book of Matthew says the kingdom of God is within. So now if you're looking for the kingdom of God in the building, it's not only found there, it can also be found within. That was just for my Christian friends. Hallelujah. You know, so with grieving, you find yourself bouncing within depression, anger, acceptance, bargaining, and allow yourself to go around. Like somebody said, it's like building up a circle and allowing yourself to bounce around it. For you Christians, knowing Romans 8:28. Here's what Romans 8:28 says. All things work for good. Not some. All things. Even your health failing. All things. Once you get that in your head, you look at your journey, it looks like you're not going to make it. Know that there's a divine force with you. Want to use it? It's available. You don't want to use it? It won't force you. Some people call it God. Some people call it crystals. Some people call it nomkhubulwane, some people call it umvelengane, some people call it unkulunkulu, katlamacholo, ramasedi, ramolu, kisenesapula. Off you can go. What you call it, it's not important. What's important is it works for all of us. Christian or no Christian, going to church or not going to church, praying or no praying. It's just like the rain. It makes all of us wet, whether you have money or you don't have money. That's what God is. So once you know that you're going through this shit and everything is sorted out, even though some of the lessons are very dangerous. You know, I mean, like the lesson of forgiveness is very dangerous. That's why I dedicated this time to talk about it tonight. They call it part 2. You know, apparently. I didn't even know that part 1 existed, but then let's go for part 2. Thank you very much for the giftings. Chuene, Power, greetings to you too. Valencia, thank you very much. 49 of us. There's no way that all the people that are in here followed the brother. Let me see. Did you guys just came here to sit and take the knowledge for free without even following? Come on, let's set the right example, man. Especially you Christians. This is now the tithing time, you know, it's time to tithe. Let me stop getting naughty. Let me get back to the whole subject. So the thing with forgiveness or with grieving, you found yourself like being caught within all those cycles. What you need to know is nobody is punishing you. What could feel as a punishment, it's the brain that is not being tamed. You tame your brain by knowing yourself. That's fine. Ooh, yeah. Oh, you all about the colors. Hey, Evans. Yeah, man. Don't distract me, man. I'm doing the video for YouTube here. Can I have a minute or two? I need to do something quickly. I'm coming. So yeah, that's the thing about forgiveness. So we're done with the grieving. So grieving is like that. So you need to let yourself simmer. And the thing about grief is there is no time limit. What I normally tell people is when you, I mean, like for me, I just came fresh, or I'm fresh out of my dad's passing or transitioning. I think he passed on last year. So there are days where I feel like I'm under. There are days where I don't want nothing to do with the WhatsApp group, not even a YouTube, not even a TikTok. On those days, my wife will tell you, I don't do jack. I don't even read books. I just listen to music or play with dogs or do whatever that I do. Or sit there under the tree and cry. Often what we do, what we don't allow, tends to hurt us. Because the thing about grief is, you need to experience all those stages. Your denial, your anger, your bargaining, your depression. The trick is not to stay in one stage for long, if you can help it. Because recovering from grief is a very dangerous sport. Because you can find yourself being stuck. There's a lot of people that have been stuck from their loved ones passing in excess of 10 years now. It's because the brain has formed what they call a feedback loop. You got caught in denial. Every time when they speak about your loved one, you still drop a tear because you're not allowing the process to take its course. But I think it's this positive movement, feel good, motivation movement. We've been taught to run away from our emotions. Let's not only blame the churches, you know. These TD Jakes and you can do it, all these motivational people, they tend to motivate us, or we don't understand, or we misconstrue the message of thinking that we should be running away from our negative emotions. No. You go straight. It's like when you're running away from the dentist and your mom carries you to the dentist bench and you cry. That's the art of forgiveness. That's the closest that I can come to. It doesn't mean like your mom doesn't love you. Your mom loves you, but your mom has to give you over to the dentist for the tooth or for the pain to be taken out. So nobody's punishing anybody here. Sometimes the universe lets you go through the toughest of the most of things, bros. Where you honestly feel like, yeah, this is a scam here. Have you ever felt like sometimes when the universe is fucking you up, you're thinking, yeah, I think this is a prank. And everything comes on like this. 50 Cent says, when it rains, it pours. You lose your job, you lose your health, you lose your cars, you lose your house, you lose your family, you lose your children, you lose your dignity, you lose your respect, you even forget your bank account PIN number. And you have to sit there and look at the show. If you are in those things, continue doing what you're doing. Killing yourself, it's not going to solve it. The bestest way is forgiving yourself. If you knew better, you would have done better, wouldn't you? I think you would. Winnie, thank you. Yeah, I've been going for long now. It's 6 o'clock. This is what I'm going to do. I've already spoken about the concepts that are in the book. I'm just going to go through them so that we can get up to par as to how does forgiveness affect us physically. But obviously, before I can get to that, let me tell you how forgiveness affects you spiritually. Spiritually, by the way, it doesn't mean ghosts. Spiritually means things that are not seen, like the air, like what beats your heart. What beats your heart? Have you ever sat and asked yourself, like, what beats my heart, like your heart? What beats your Mickey Mouse? What causes or what flows your blood? What keeps you alive? Even you Christians, I want you to stop and ask yourself, because I know a lot of us, because especially we grew up under the Christian belt, we've been told not to listen to anything but the Bible. You know, hey, that kills me all the time, bros. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, you're getting a bit shocked, welcome. This is a very safe space. If you are a witch, this is home. If you are a pastor, if you are a bishop, if you are a monk, if you are a sex worker, whatever that you are. I say that and I overextend the people or the invitation, because a lot of us these days, we are caught up in very nonsensical conversations. Just because somebody goes to church or somebody doesn't go to church doesn't necessarily mean that you have to hate them. Because you believe in God and you don't believe in God doesn't mean like you have to wait to hate one another. What happened to you being an African doing the Western things? Which one is worse? You hating your African original brother or you promoting the Western things? Which one is better? Or which one is worse? You as an African descent denying your own existence. That sounds very painful, man. Trust me, I'm not about that. There's people that do that. You know, your conspiracy theories, your woke people, they will tell you how bad you should be. On this platform, we're talking about solutions. I think I love those more than telling you about the aliens that are coming to abduct you tonight. Then, after that, you're going to give me views. and you're gonna sleep very terrified tonight. You know. Instead, this is what I'll tell you. Anything is a fabrication of your mind, including your own existence. So if you see a lot of ghosts, ghosts don't exist out there. Ghosts exist in here. If you feel like you are being spiritually attacked, trust me, nobody's that much interested in you, eh? You are probably spiritually attacking your own self. What do I mean by that? The brain that is not mastered can destroy beautiful things. That's why we share books here. We're trying to master this brain thing so that we don't get destroyed, because the brain that is not mastered can destroy you. The brain, by the way, is a faculty that facilitates the whole forgiveness thingy. Forgiveness is not only a physical story. Forgiveness is a mechanical story. Forgiveness is an electrical system. Let me show you how is it an electrical system, particularly when it goes to spirituality. A lot of you, or most of you here, you want to open up your third eye, you want to become enlightened, you want to become like a monk. You know, you want to see things, you want to levitate, you want to be telekinesis, you want to telepathy, you want to see the aura, you know, you want to lucid dream, you want to go to Egypt, you want to do a lot of shit, you want to, you know. But you cannot be able to do that until you have mastered where you are at the moment. Right now, we are on this spherical or flat thing, whatever that you call it. Some people say the earth is flat, some say it's round. What the fuck does it make a difference? All is energy after all. Energy can be round, energy can be flat, energy can be positive, energy can be negative. It all depends on how you use it. I don't know if the like button is broken, because nobody seems to be, or maybe I'm offline, or people are mesmerized. Yeah, looks like we're on. So this is then what happens. Whenever when you let go, or whenever when you forgive, whenever when you, you know, hey man. So whenever when you forgive, or whenever when you let go, that symbolizes you unclocking the flow. So remember, everything is energy, right? Even the spirit, the way how it works, everything is energy. We're nothing but like tubes. So now when you forgive, it's like introducing Gaviscon, or introducing something that gets away or gets rid of energy blocks. That's what forgiveness does. Because remember, unforgiveness means inability to let go, meaning you holding on. So now you holding on, you clocking up the spiritual traffic. So when you forgive somebody, you're opening up the energy vessels. That's why forgiveness is important. But wait, what happens if you are not willing to forgive? You're going to be suffering from what they call spiritual constipation. Spiritually, you're not going to see yourself going nowhere. You might have been meditating for the last 27 years. You know all the chakras, but you still are unable to let go, which makes you sick in turn, which keeps you here on this matrix or third dimension density. So before you can go to the fourth astral realm, causal realm, because I know you guys are adepts in here, you know, you've been somewhere or to places that we've never been. But if you can know all about the kundalinis, the chakras and everything, and you still treat people bad, it makes me wonder, are you really legit? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the heart. It's all about how you treat people, but mostly how you treat yourself. That's what forgiveness helps you. That's how it becomes scientific. But then let's go a bit deeper. Let me read then. As I'm closing down. Hey, Kitola Katiba, Katiba, Katiba. Gotta bounce, need to drive home. Hey man, go check out your minions. I got Kevin at the back, Bozella. Say hi to your minions. And thank you very much for blessing us with your presence. Hey, the giftings, Yaleboa. Let me then read. I think I'm gonna be out of here by 6:30. I'm reading from this book, Ancient Herbs, Modern Medicine. This book is by Henry Hahn, Glenn E. Miller, and Nancy DeVille. My loving. Hey, there's a lot of paperwork. So yeah, let's then go. I'm gonna be reading from this book from page 25. The title of this subject is The 5 Energetic Systems. In this book, we're gonna read about what our day-to-day emotions do to us. You always angry? You always worrying? You always overthinking? No wonder you can't sleep. No wonder you can't even enjoy sex. Because you're using your energy elsewhere. When you hate somebody, you're wasting energy. Not only that, you're killing yourself. At least not immediately, but you kill yourself in installments, you know. Every day when you hate them, you chip something away from you. And whatever that you take away from your body, you're going to pay for it. That's how the energy works. Now, Chinese have this thing that they call the 5 energetic systems. I spoke about this at some point, I think it was last year, where I was telling you about your internal organs. The Chinese have this practice, especially the Qigong practice, they call it the internal smile practice, where you introduce the smile to your organs. I know this sounds very foreign, but I warned you about this book. And this book, it's taken from the Oriental texts, the Japanese and Chinese way of healing. As you might know, they not only deal with the symptom, they deal with the root cause. Most of us, we are sick, not because of what we eat, not because of the environment. Most of us, we are sick because of what's happening in our brains. I don't know whether you're prepared to take it, but I don't give a damn. What do you say when they tell you that 99.999999% of our diseases are self-inflicted? They call them psychosomatic disorders. We are making ourselves sick by our thoughts. Hey, La Poche! Thank you for the follow. Let me read on. So they're speaking about those 5 organs. Those organs are your heart, your lung, your spleen, your liver, and your kidney. You never thought about it. You thought that was just the kidney. You thought that was just the heart. No, your heart is your organ. You know what's an organ? You know what's an organ? Here's an organ. An organ is something that plays a sound. It's an organ. You thought it was just the body. No, it's not. Everything in you lives. It's not only you that you see your face that lives. Your liver lives, your kidney lives, your heart lives, your stomach lives, your spleen lives. Did you even know about it? So the art of forgiveness, this is how then I'm going to be introducing it on this one here. Apparently this is art of forgiveness part 2, forgiveness in your brain. Let's speak about the 5 energetic system according to the Chinese. I'm going to read. The yin organs known as the Zheng, or the 5 major energetic systems, encompass the kidney, heart, lungs, spleen, and your liver. According to Chinese medicine, those 5 organs are known as your Zheng. Have you ever heard them say, you got the Zheng? The Zheng is your livelihood. Those 5 organs that I mentioned, they are controlled by your yin power. What is your yin power? Probably you guys know about the yin and the yang symbol. Don't mind my notes. This is a yin and a yang symbol. So the yin and the yang, it's a dark symbol, or that shaded black darkness symbol. And the yin and the yang, what it does, the yin is the mother, the yang is the father. The white is the father, the black is the mother. So the 5 organs in your body, your liver, your spleen, your kidney, your lungs, your heart, they are controlled by your mother. Not like physically your mother, but your feminine energy. Just now you take things physically. You're like, oh, my mom carries me around. Yeah, man, not like that, not like that, not like that. Oh, I need to be very careful. So let's go. Your mother, by the way, is your right-hand brain. Your right-hand brain is your subconscious brain. Hey, man, you see now I miss... Oh, yeah, I have it. The notion of balance and wholeness is the heart and the soul of the Chinese medicine. The yin and the yang theory provides the bones and the skeleton. The energetic systems are the flesh and the blood of the Chinese medicine. So now, when a Chinese looks at you, they see a very powerful machine. But you, or us here in the West, when you see me, you see my broken teeth, and you're thinking, what can he tell me? You know? But now, when a Chinese looks at you and looks at me, they see an energy machine, which, by the way, that's what you are. You are nothing but a combustion machine, but you're taking yourself as if like you are TikTok material or Instagram material. So having a bigger ass is more important than having a loving heart. Having a big house, it's more important than respecting your helper, not treating them like shit. Because how you treat people, for me, matters a lot than what you have. I mean, you can come with all the degrees and all your English, but if you still treat people like they like, psst, for me, it shows me the quality of your heart. Because, I mean, your heart, you can't hide it, bro. The way how you treat people is the way how you treat yourself. You can't give what you don't have, remember? The same with forgiveness. So if you always angry at people, that shit says a lot about you, man. Carl Gustav Jung calls it projecting. You going around projecting your anger to the ShopRite checkers people, taxi drivers. You're so angry. You're now angry at me because I'm drinking my Pac-Man cup. The fact that I'm not telling you what's in here makes you more angry. And now when I tell you that God is a woman and she's black, and now you want to go out of your mind. But yet you're still listening to my ass. It makes me wonder. But nonetheless, welcome. On this platform is all about love. It's all about healing. It's all about forgiveness. But mostly forgiveness of self. I'm reading from the Chinese book here, the 5 energetic system, the Zheng. The 5 major energetic systems provide the medium through which the yin and the yang interactions can flow. Let's start with the kidney. I don't know if you guys are aware that a lot of people have been now suffering from renal failure. A lot of people have been suffering from kidney failures. There are renal units everywhere you go. People's kidneys all of a sudden cannot work anymore. Oh, but there's a deeper story behind the whole story. Let's read on. What does the kidney do according to the Chinese? We're going yin and yang tonight. The kidney provides the most important part of your vitality by storing and generating the essence energy. Your kidneys, they are storing your jing. In Chinese, they call it the jing, the Jing. They call it the essence. So your kidneys are not only there to filter your blood, your kidneys are there to store your essence, your true self. A kidney, can you believe it? This is according to Chinese medicine. Kidney energy is responsible for sexuality and reproduction, structural integrity and functions of the bones. Have you ever thought that your kidneys are what is holding your body together? You don't suffer from arthritis because your kidneys have it together. It also serves a major part of cognitive function, such as memory, concentration, and capacity to process information. Kidneys. You know, I don't know if you guys are ready for whatever that I'm going to be reading in here, but I'm taking it to YouTube. You can go check it out. It's going to be exactly the same. Nothing's going to change. Don't think now when I take it to YouTube, it's going to have different lights and my teeth are still going to be the same. Everything is going to be the same. All that I'm begging you is listen to what I'm saying, not what's happening with the aesthetics. Your kidneys can help you with your memory. Your kidneys helps you with your bones. Your kidneys helps you with your calcium. There were people that were laughing at me when I was telling them calcium helps you with your thinking. They thought that I was crazy when I used to do the videos, 30-second videos. You'll find them here on my TikTok page, where I told people that you don't necessarily get the calcium from milk only. You also get the calcium from the sun. Controversial, ne? Let's break the internet tonight. Kidney energy regulates bodily fluids. Kidney energy dictates growth and development. The fluctuation of life cycle, conception, birth, adolescence, old age, death are dictated by kidney energy. You hear how powerful the kidney is? It is also responsible for part of the function of the breathing, specifically deep inhalation. When you do this, your kidney just came alive. Deep inhalation. That's why they will tell you that your inability to like when you go and do the breath exercises, particularly if you smoke a lot or if you're not that physically fit, if you have the inability to exercise your lungs, that says a lot about your essence, your perception towards life. How do you look at life? Are you having fun? Are you always depressed? You always want to kill yourself. And I laugh about it, not necessarily because it's funny, because a lot of people think that that's a way out. It's not. The way out is self-acceptance. Just the way how you are. You see how you are? The way how you are. The way how you are. With your mistakes, flaws, your stingy self. Even when I ask you for giftings, you don't even want to give me. You don't even want to send me money. You know, I'm trying to make you feel guilty. I hope it works. My wife is laughing at me. You know? So, with just the way how you are, love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Nobody has it figured out. Even your pastor. I know you thought they did. They don't. Even your Gobela. They're still going through the most. Nobody has it figured out. You think these are my words? They're not. Go listen to Java's song. Java has a song. He calls it Linda. Which means wait. He says he sees a lot of people going to traditional healers, diviners, seers, hoping that they're going to help you. Nobody's going to help you. This is Java, not me. Because if I say it, you're going to be like, ooh, there goes one of those. Not my ass. I mean, this is a public domain information. There's nobody that is coming to save you. I know they said that guy is coming, but you saw what we did to him, you know. What we did to Jesus was bad, bros. You know, we killed Jesus for him telling us the truth that we are gods. Because they said, for all these acts, we don't stone you. We stone you not because you healed people. We stone you because you called yourself God. This is in John chapter 10, verse 34. Where he was asking them, why are you killing me? They're like, no, we're killing you because you're calling yourself God. So we want him to come back to do what? Convince us again. Work on your kidneys. The strength of your kidney energy is reflected in the state of your hair. Lustrous versus dry, brittle. What's the quality of your hair? I know I got the bald head. I think my bald starts from here. Shit, bro. That's why I'm always shaving up my head. Damn it. But I think it's my dad who did this. You know, it's like, so that's why I'm always shaving up my hair. I'm hiding up this. You know. But let's go. Kidney energy is particularly connected to the ears. Kidney energy is particularly connected to the ears. In that many disorders affecting the ears are treated by harmonizing the kidney energy. So if you're having incessant ringing in your ears, things are not like you always have ear issues. That has something to do with your kidney. I was as shocked when I was reading this book too. I hope you are. Well, if you're not, shame, you must be very hard. You know, kidney energy, emotional connections are fear and courage. Kidney energy is associated with the minor energetic system. Okay, that's it. So, whenever when you are fearful, whenever when you are scared, are you scared right now? And nothing has ever happened. You're still in your house. Nobody's breaking into your house. Your debit orders are paid. This is the best case scenario because some of our debit orders haven't been paid. You know? But now, why are you scared? Are you scared of the unknown, as they call it? and then there was light. Yeah. It's too bright. Why are you scared? You're probably scared because your kidneys have been storing trauma. You're scared of the unknown. Nobody's attacking you. You got your own boogeyman in your own mind. It turns out that that information gets stored in your kidneys and they break down. Are you too brave? If you are too brave, what you're doing, or if you have too much courage, what you're doing is you're replenishing your energy system. So according to Chinese medicine, it's all about balance. Isn't it the same with everything else? Sometimes we need to exercise a state of balance. Not too much food, not too much anger, not too much overthinking, not too much hate, not too much stinginess towards ourselves. Because remember, the game is between you and yourself. There's no use judging anybody. Let everybody do whatever that they want to do. If you want to go to church, go to church. If you don't want to go to church, don't go to church. But now, how's your heart? Because your heart doesn't give a damn whether you go to church or you don't. It pumps the same way, whether you pray or you don't pray. What I'm trying to say is we need to break this illusions of thinking that you have to hate your brother because you don't share the same belief. A belief, people, the belief that you have to have is the belief in self. Believe in your kidney at least. And I know your pastor is going to be very mad, you know. It's going to be like, whew, there goes those dark people. You know, and they're going to threaten you by that you're going to hell. Hey man, we know that hell and heaven is a state of mind. So that threat does not hold water anymore. There is nobody waiting for us on the other side with a fork saying that they're going to kill us and there is fire. Hell is when you're having a bad time. How do you have a bad time? Your brain. If you're going through the hardest of period, reframe your perceptions or your circumstances. It doesn't mean like you'll start having money tomorrow or you're going to start working out your shit, but at least what you're doing is you're going somewhere. You believe you believe in your kidney right now. Hey man, Jabu, come on, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Here I am, I'm trying to be straight here, you know. I'm trying to be professional so that you guys can start giving money, because when I laugh a lot, people tend not to take me seriously. So I'm trying to maintain a professional look. A 3-piece suit. Let's read on. Let's go to the second, Zheng or Zeng. Your heart. What does your heart do? Let's read on. Your heart energy provides the main dynamic source for blood circulation. Let's stop right there. Without the blood, you're out. The blood is the most commonly prevalent substance in your whole body. Your heart pumps the blood, meaning your heart is your storehouse. You take care of your heart, you take care of your blood. You are in contact with your true self. You fuck up the heart, full of hate, full of unforgiveness, full of grudges,